Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play the Space Bar. This is Mysterious JG. Off screen I figured out how to get through the maze. Didn't write anything down though, so I might not quite do this on the first try on camera. I hope I do. Yeah, I'm also having crazy internet problems right now, which is really getting on my nerves. Luckily I don't need an internet connection to record. Trying to watch other people's LPs is becoming more and more difficult. So, to anybody out there who might be watching, if you're playing a game, it's like an RPG type of game, and you spend a lot of time attempting to learn to bounce from Tigger, that's the kind of thing that might be kind of fun to watch. It gets ruined the like 5th or 6th or 10th or 15th or 20th time you attempt to reload a video, start halfway through, blah blah blah. After a while, through no fault of his own, you just want to freaking kill Sora. But anyway, it is not the fault of that LPer that I'm having these troubles. So let's just try not to think about them for a moment while we get back to this adventure. Now, we got to push the ball. I figured out basically that we got to push the ball, the egg, I should say. It's not just a ball, it's an egg. Kind of more important to these ant folks. Shove that thing so it'll roll down here. We have got to get into this mine maze and find a way to get down into the shuttle bay before the egg gets here. We can't, even if I was allowed to get in front of it before we push it somehow, I discovered without pushing it that you can't walk into the shuttle bay from this mine path directly because the mine path is flooded at the bottom. And our insect friend refuses to get in there into the water, even though it's to like super important mission in theory. I think I've determined that I wanted the red, green, and down buttons depressed. So let's just see what will happen here. Okay. Bye bye, egg. See you shortly. And I got the map going down there. Damn it, webcam, go away. Yes, I have a webcam. No, I never use it. I don't want you guys to have to look at my hideous maw. Anyway. You have to actually pop into this hallway. We're ahead of the egg. And now we can go ahead of it here. So the egg is like right behind us on our back. This is the problem. I was trying to find the path without ever getting into this shaft. But we have to duck back in here. And we sidestep it with an exciting action. Uh-oh. I should have gone the green path at the very end there. I'm dead. Yep, okay, I got it exactly right, except that I was supposed to do green at the very end. So what?
Attention!
Octung, baby! I've already done that. Okay, let us try this again. As it happens, I made a save state. Where I'm already in that room that we got to, where I accidentally ducked into the black path instead of the right. So let's just use that one. Oh, actually, no, never mind. I defaulted back to this one. Screw it. Let's keep going. Cannot escape past this for some reason. Most of these little short cinematics you can skip past. For some reason, you can't skip past that one, so let's just keep going. Go in here, go in here, go down, take the black path, we go down, duck into this door, we get our cute little thing there, go to the green path, go down, go through the green path, now the black path, and the egg roll down the track is splashed down to the flooded area, begins floating slowly towards far into the tracks where the water is floating into the deepest part of the mines. Grab it, roll it into the shuttle.
Some ninny switched the elevator off. I had to flip the switch to get it to work. Oh, the weariness of my duties tax me. You have done well, Soldier 714Z367. I wish you well on your journey.
Queen Zoons hands you a small jeweled brooch. She had to hit the button to make the elevator go down. We did all of that crap to move the egg into the room where we could have gotten it through the elevator. And she's complaining, oh, I had to hit a button. It wearies me. I don't know why we couldn't hit a button, but we couldn't. Obviously, that was not a choice for us. I don't know. That was, I find that amusing, folks. The Queen's like, oh, I had to press a button to use the elevator. Oh, because our quest was supposed to be in her mind, our exciting quest would begin after we got off world, not getting the egg to the elevator. Anyway.
The switches must be set to 001001111 to open the brooch. It may be useful to you at a later time.
Or it might not.
May the eyes of Zoizos watch over you as you travel to your new home with the new queen. Make haste! Make haste!
May the medical practice of Dr. Zoidberg guide you in your quest.
Using disc 2.
Maybe I should. Now, I went and I turned like every single autoplay option for every kind of disc to take no action. And let's see if it actually worked. I don't think it will. So there should be no window popping up in the middle of the Cam Studio screen asking me to select what I want to do with this disc. Because I set everything to take no action, it shouldn't come up at all. Did I just crash the game, though? I should reboot my machine because it stopped wanting to play. And apparently it's somehow defaulted. Yep, see? Autoplay options are not working correctly. Screw you, game. Back to the spacebar. Ooh, the Drink Master.
Now that baby looks like it ought to be able to make any drink in the 400 known worlds. Sure would have been useful to have one of these at the academy for fraternity parties. There's a brooch attached to the facade of the machine.
A brooch?
I'd say it was deliberately placed here to blend in with the facade's pattern.
Didn't he just tell us about a brooch? 001001111. Can we do it while he's right here staring at us?
According to our service contract, the Mr. Drinkmaster 2000 can only be serviced by licensed company repair persons.
Okay. So... is the brooch a separate item here?
According to our...
So we know how to open this thing up. But apparently we've got to get rid of the our insect friend here before we can take advantage of the combination we just got from him. Oh well. Maybe I can't play with it until I've actually left that screen for a moment. Either way, let's save the game so that if I screw something up, we don't have to go back to disc 3. And,
Now that baby looks like it ought to be able to make any drink in the 400 known worlds.
yeah, we know.
Sure would have been useful to have one of these at the academy for fraternity parties. There's a brooch attached to the facade of the machine. I'd say it was deliberately placed here to blend in with the facade's pattern.
Oh, it's up here. I think. Yes, here we go. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Hey, I never actually figured that out before. Back in the Dizzy, let's examine the key. It would appear to be a key. Your basic key, okay? Let's stash that. Close the brooch. He just apparently did not notice us at all, so that's fine with me. Meanwhile, who do we already know? I already read about the plant folks. So, and I happen to know where the plant folk that we have to talk to is. Oh, the Hypoctal folks are here. That means I'm probably behind. Windows are nearly opaque with grime and rocket exhaust grit. Great view of the spaceport if you're a big fan of the fuel truck servicing and luggage sorting areas. But I happen to already know that where he was, whatever this thing is, from wandering around other places. There's a veg fruit. Examine it.
A veg fruit at the peak of ripeness.
Book of photos.
Erotic photography, huh? I have a sneaking suspicion that what I find erotic and what a plant finds erotic are substantially different. A middle-aged veg. Walking plants always give me the creeps. I get this irresistible desire to stick them in pots.
Reminds you of a greenhouse, only less green. You should stick to the ask questions first, attack later school of crime solving.
Good day, I'm Alias Node. Mind if I join you for a bit?
Of course I mind, barbaric human. There's not a lot I can do to stop you, though. I'm Seedrot. Less than delighted to make your acquaintance.
Yep, remember they don't like humans. This we did establish by reading about them in the handy-dandy thing that tells us stuff. Let's ask Seedrot about herself.
I've got a long layover on my way to Shangri-La, too. It seems like a great place to settle down.
Okay. Let's ask about me.
You plant enslavers all look alike, but hey, weren't you and Cinderfella?
See a group of 3 Seraphins enter the third tentacle. One of them sits down at the bar. The other 2 walk to the dance floor and enter the dining area where one of them sits down at a table. The third one disappears into the gambling hall. We will have to talk to one of the 3 Seraphins to do a flashback. The other 2 I think are useless, but you can still get some fun dialogue out of them, so we'll do that eventually. Let's ask about the band.
Are you in training to become a member of the Neo-Inquisition?
What? I guess because we're asking her questions. Let's ask about her fruit. It appears that Seedrot is very excited about her little sweetiekins and plans to settle down and be a full-time mom. Let's ask about the book.
It's my favorite book from a very long time ago. It's very personal. Don't touch it unless you'd like to lose a limb.
The book. Try to pick it up.
Don't touch it unless you'd like to lose a limb.
Okay, so can't pick it up. Let's order her to give me your fruit.
I might give you a fat lip, but that's about it.
Okay, let's chat with her.
Alias, I think you need to put in disk 3 to make this work.
Alias, I think it's time for you to go back to the disk that you just had a minute ago. Yeah, and I almost popped in the completely wrong disk. Anyways. Yeah. Maybe by the time we're done recording this video, my internet will feel like working. Who knows? Let's hold on a minute before I click anything and give my computer a chance to ask me what I want to do with the disk, even though I went in and manually told it for all disk types not to do anything, and that I will give it specific instructions when I feel the frickin' need. JG versus his computer, round 80 bajillion. Oh, so now you're not going to come up with autoplay after all that? Well, whatever. They got a place like, I can't win. I don't come up. He complains about
I
that.
can hardly wait to get off this lousy planet and get on with my life.
Can't wait to get off, huh? Gently probing. Let's be nonchalant.
Oh, sounds like there's a story there.
Yeah, it's a long story and not a very pretty one.
Be gentle with your probing.
Where'd you come from?
Originally from Legume.
Oh, just freaking start the flashback already.
Is this the first time you've fruited?
No, I fruited once before, many years ago.
Let's be open and understanding.
Look, I've got some free time, and you seem to need to talk. Sounds like a good match to me.
Well, if you're really interested.
Enslaving other plants. To ask about your first fruit. Tell me about your first fruit. Will I touch myself? Sorry.
Tell me about your first fruit.
Will I touch myself?
Oh, I never got to see it grow up into a plant. It's been difficult all these years not knowing how the little guy turned out. That's partly why I've decided to fruit again. I'm giving myself a chance to be a good parent.
Screw that first one, though. I'm not going to go back and try to find out what happened.
Go on. Tell me about your past.
Tell me more, tell me
I'm
more.
to join the rebels. What a joke. We didn't get past the spaceport. We liberated one plant, then we were slapped in a detention camp. Within 2 days, my true love got involved with another tomato. My dreams were dashed. After getting released, I didn't have any money to even get off planet. Since then, I've been working as a waitress, slinging hash all over the galaxy.
Been working on the six. That's not really what she said at all, but... Whoa, what the hell was that? Stop loading the sounds before, other things. Alright, just because it's a good idea, let's save the game now that we're at the start of a new flashback. Flashback. Bingaback, bungaback. Map. Well, we're plants. We're probably not going to be moving too much in this one. Cross section through curvy stems, solarium as of 8 on blah blah blah, provided by blah 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 blah. Got wastewater conduit, water main, power main, gas main. I don't think we're meant to actually pay much attention to this one. Dear Diary, Mom was sick in bed today, so I snuck out and went to that really hot club over in Peteville, the Swollen Tuber. Oh, jeez, I met this really dreamy guy. His name is Oops. Mom wants me to bring her some fresh loam. I'll tell you about him tomorrow. As I was saying, his name is Longanther, and he has the broadest leaves I've ever seen. His eyes are so deep and red that I feel like I could get lost in them forever. I'm planning on sneaking out tomorrow night to see him again. When will I see you again? Longanther and I went for a long walk through the swamp. It was so romantic, and when we said goodnight, he even stroked one of my leaves for a moment. I'm still tingling all over. This is so exciting, Longanther just told me that he now trusts me enough to tell me what he does. He's one of the leaders of the Plant Liberation Army. He's never been on a raid, but he'll be leading one soon. Guess what? Longanther wants me to come with them on the raid he's leading next week against Earth. We're going to free 10,000 plants in one daring thrust, but how can I tell Mom? Next, folks. Oh, I hate Mom. She said, you're much too young to leave Legume, or my name isn't Curvy Stem. She also said, you're practically still a sprout. You haven't even dropped a fruit yet. I kept badgering Mom, and she agreed that I could go if I dropped a fruit. I could tell she was thinking there's no chance I could drop a fruit in the next 2 days, but I will. In the meantime, I'll have to stay rooted. I know that much about producing a fruit. Okay. So we won't be doing any moving, but we will have weird piggy noises that just... What the hell is that? Oh, it's a sheep plant.
Chef, never want to leave my side, do ya? How's a young sheep plant have been promising?
I think we're going to need to get rid of the sheep plant before we can get involved with what has to happen for fruits to drop.
Here, boy! You could do that all day long, couldn't you, boy?
so how can we get rid of that thing? Well, first of all, we've got buds. And who's this? This is your mom, I would imagine. Curvy Stem. Your mom can be really a drag. Can really be a drag. She's always hanging over you and smothering you. Sometimes you wish you were a latchkey plant. And she's got pearls around her neck. Attack.
You're pretty feisty today, swinging your limbs about like that. I think you must be getting too much water. Back in my day, we had to hike for an hour to get water. Youngsters today are so soft.
Yeah, I'm soft in the middle now. My life is so long. Let's greet her, I guess. Why the hell not?
Hey, Mom! What's growing?
Nothing new, dear.
Ask about the sheep plant. How do I get rid of it? Your mother fondly strokes the plant and gushingly insists that he makes you feel safe and protected. Let's ask about myself. You look like Jerry Lewis, dear, even though you're a plant. Your mom blushingly says that you were a plant. Your father and she wanted to have their own little sprout to love. Dropping fruit.
Have you seen my, root comb? My roots are a mess today. Where could it be?
Yeah, so she doesn't want to talk about that. Move the sheep plant.
Don't be silly, dear. Would you like a snack? I have a great new hummus recipe. It's so rich in minerals you can practically see your leaves get healthier.
Let's be bratty. Why not?
Go ahead, make your stupid hummus, see if I care. I'm not having any.
Perhaps you'd like to be grounded for the next couple of years. Would that suit you, Miss Smarty Plant? Why don't you just pipe down and watch some TV? I have a great new hummus recipe. It's so...
Okay, let's be sneaky.
You work so hard to make us a good home. You deserve a break. Why not go to lunch with, what's her name?
Longleaves? She's vacationing in the jungle.
How about, you know...
Gnarled Roots? She and I haven't been talking since she implied that she wouldn't trust me alone with one of her fruits. The nerve. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's making my leaves shake.
So I'm thinking we've got to find a way to get rid of Ma and the dog, and before we can get to the business of making fruit. Because however you make them drop fruit, it sounds like something that a young girl has to do in the privacy of her own home as a form of self-exploration, if you know what I mean. So
I have a great new hummus recipe.
I'm sure you do, bitch. Gently probing.
So, you're just planning on cooking today? No big plans? Lunch with the girls or something?
No, I plan on spending every minute right here, near you. Won't that be fun?
Just like a root canal.
Oh, you're so funny, dear. I think you should give up these rebel friends of yours and pursue a career in script writing. Plenty of vegetables out there are making loads of money without a scrap of talent. That's enough banter for now, dear. I have things to do.
Alright, I don't think talking is going to accomplish it, but we
I
might
have
as
a
well
great new hummus.
try the last one, which is petulant.
I hate health food. Everyone who eats it looks washed out and weak.
You're just not old enough to know what's best for you, my darling one.
Oh, that one actually did not end it like everything else does.
Gee, yeah, Mom. I can hardly wait.
Alright, fine. So I just need to get that thing to go away because that noise is freaking me the you-know-what out. Important telephone numbers. Police, root, fire, aphid control, taxi service, pollen bank, compliments of the blah, 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 blah. This pollination is too important to leave to bees. Yeah. Oh, there's the TV. Let's watch some TV. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn it on. I'll examine it.
I hate it when Mom turns that the other way. Is it time for the young and the rootless yet?
Oh yes. Although these sap emissions seem strange, they are nothing for a young plant to worry about.
Okay.
It happens to all male plants as they begin to mature.
It's Dr. Ruth.
Like so many other
Dr.
processes,
Roots
it is
probably is her
totally
hilarious
natural
name, I'm
and
gonna guess.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. Thank you for calling.
Okay.
There's better news in the 5-day extended forecast. For the weekend, we'll see a return to damp, humid weather with a 90% chance of thunder showers.
So if we can just get through tomorrow, we have something to look forward to.
I didn't intend for it to happen. It was just one of those things. You were away at that fertilizer conference. I went out for a drink. I didn't go looking for anyone. But this charming sapling started talking to me, and before I knew it, I'd been pollinated.
Because they're plants, you get it.
I suggest you consult with Planned Planthood if you're trying to conceive. There are supplements available, or you and your partner might choose to utilize a pollen bank. And of course, you can always choose to adopt a fruit. Well, that's all for today. Bye-bye.
Okay, we've got a honey-covered spoon, a desk, a bee. The bee will be important, I'm sure, in pollinating somehow. But the noise is driving me nuts. Let's open the desk.
Locked. Mom doesn't
I
trust
tried
me
everything
at
to get
all.
rid of my aphids, and nothing helps.
We asked Willowy Brownleaf of Lagoon City to compare new and improved Aphid Begone shampoo with her current aphid control rinse.
Say, this side is tingling.
Say goodbye to aphids for good with Aphid Begone.
What's your mom's favorite sitting spot?
You're tuned to Channel 1, where everything is talk, talk, talk. Coming up, the top-rated daytime TV show, Okra. But first, an important message for anyone who's ever suffered from dead stalks and leaves.
Okay. Am I gonna get a clue from the TV or? Got a honey-covered spoon, a desk that we can't seem to do anything with,
Never mind that, dear. Why don't you watch television?
and keep getting clues that we need to watch television.
It's happened to all of us. It's the night of the big dance, and you feel like you're covered with dead leaves and stalks. You've tried shaking them off, trimming them off, but it's a losing battle. Now there's help. With just one application of Compostia Dead Leaf and Stalk Remover, those unwanted brown pieces will fall painlessly away. And because Compostia is a non-aerosol spray, it's also safe for the environment. Compostia is available without a doctor's prescription. Actual results may vary. Do not use if you suffer from wilting or chlorophyll loss. If dead leaves and stalks persist, consult a physician.
It does sound an awful lot like Alias, doesn't it? Oh. Seems like we can.
You'd think with 4 channels there'd be something interesting on TV.
Okay, now it's time for Okra. Turn this down a little bit. I hope we can still hear it. But man, that.
I'm Oprah.
Hey, Okra, you rule, baby. You sure doesn't pander at all.
Today, we're talking to plants who are always seeing greener pastures in other plants' yards. These plants are constantly looking elsewhere to satisfy their botanical urges.
Okay.
Are they looking for love or just looking for trouble? We'll find out.
But first, let's save our game. So, folks, we're going to save our game and stuff. When we come back, I have a bad feeling we've got to listen to a bunch of Okra or other shows. I mean, they keep telling us to watch TV. I'm feeling like we've got to get clues on what to do next from TV. Possibly phone numbers, because we've got a phone. We've got some numbers that we could be trying. But no, I'm thinking it's got to be the TV. That's my first hunch. If I record an entire video of listening to TV and nothing useful comes out of it, I will either omit it or keep it in, depending on whether or not the TV is amusing. But either way, folks, we finished the Centipede Dude's quest in this video, so it wasn't a complete wash. And if it was a complete wash, at least it would get the dead, dry leaves and bark off of our beautiful plant bodies. When we come back, we're going to try to help a young girl experience a new and exciting awakening in her life as a sexual plant being. Doesn't that sound great? Yeah, I can't wait. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.